Happy Friday, Capital XTRA Breakfast. It's Robert Bruce's Shade and Marie. Thank you very much for joining us. And right now in the studio, we are joined by a multi-talented icon.
Serious. Conquered the worlds of music, TV, film, Broadway with effortless grace.
Yes, you might know her on screens as Wilhelmina Slater from Ugly Betty.
Renee Perry in Desperate Housewives.
Terry Joseph in Soul Food.
Danny Mitchell in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Or on stage, whether it's Into the Woods.
Kiss of the Spider Woman.
And A Trip to the Bountiful. Here to talk about the newest addition in her incredible career, The Devil Wears Prada in the West End. It is Vanessa Williams, everybody! Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. You say you're right here.
You're right. So how's the UK treating you, Vanessa?
It's been fantastic. The audiences here have been crazy. It's the best entrance I've ever had in my life in any production whatsoever. I don't want to spoil it, but when you come, it's the crowd goes crazy. So we're at the Dominion Theater. It's over 2,200 seats. So it feels like an event. You know, yes, there's plays, yes, there's musicals, everyone's proper, and that's kind of what you're used to in the theater. But for Devil Wears Prada, I'm telling you, when I make my entrance, it's unbelievable. And I have to thank our director, Jerry Mitchell, for making it so dynamic. So it's really good.
Blows the roof off. I mean, The Devil Wears Prada is a classic. Everyone knows it and loves it. It's fashion, ambition, power. I mean, it's perfect.
It's perfect, and, you know, I didn't realize this at the moment. I knew that I could do it. I knew when I was offered it, it would be fun. But the impact of having a woman of color rise from the floor and command the respect and just the power. I didn't realize how much that would resonate with audiences, and that's the feedback that I get. Not everyone knows the movie, and people that don't know the movie are entertained by the story, but to see the representation up there, it actually deepens the power of Miranda Priestley running this empire.
So you've got to be a professional and be super talented and actually do the job. But do you feel an extra layer of pride maybe opening the doors to theatre that people might have not gone to before just by being you in this role?
Yeah. I mean, that was one thing that I didn't realize. You know, again, I've been in this business for over 40 years. So I've been able to do things that I wanted to do. And then in retrospect, people say, you changed my life. I remember that day. Do you understand that you were the first person that allowed me to know that could be a dream come true? So that's like the sauce, the extra sauce that you have in life that you don't really realize you've made an impact. So it's been wonderful.
Before we talk more Devil Wears Prada, let's take it back a little bit for you and theatre. Did you do TV before you did theatre?
I did theatre growing up.
You did theatre when you was young.
I majored in musical theatre. Yeah. I was up at Syracuse for uni. So yeah, I made both my parents are music teachers, so I played instruments and danced and sang. But then when I started getting into middle and high school. What do you call your high school here?
What's our
High school, secondary school.
Secondary school, yeah. And started doing all the plays and summer theater and all that stuff. And my parents said, "Well, you're talented." And I said, "Well, can I major in this?" and I was like, there was only a few schools that had musical theater majors as a university, and I got into all of them, and I was like, okay, I'm majoring in what I do well, and actually make a living, with my skill set. I grew up about 45 minutes to an hour outside New York City, so we'd always go see. My mom would always take me to see the Broadway shows. I saw Stephanie Mills and The Wiz, and Gregory Hines and Eubie, and Patti LaBelle, and Arms Too Short to Box with God. So I knew that it would be a train ride away and an audition away to actually have a career on Broadway. So musical theater is one that I always knew that I could make a living at, but the television, the recording, the movies, those were all the things that were dreams, and that in retrospect, in reality, the fact that they all came through is incredible.
So many pinch me moments along your career, but you're not new to powerful, stylish roles like we spoke about Wilhelmina Slater and Ugly Betty. What has this role taught you? Like, what have you learned new doing this role?
What I like about the role that I have in the company is that I'm the mom. Everyone comes to me. I mean, I have four children myself and a grandchild, but I've definitely kind of stepped into the wise one, and I've been able to really use my wisdom to help solve problems. You know, whether there's issues within the cast, whether it's the cast and the surroundings, dealing with different departments. We've had some issues, which happens in life, but I've been able to kind of be the go-to person to say, how are we going to solve this? Okay. Yes, you're triggered. Now calm down and tell me what the deal is, and we're going to work this out. So beyond being powerful and having great music that, Elton John wrote the music and
Wow.
But I love the fact that I'm kind of Mama Bear and everybody, or they call me Mother. So I love it.
So how you are doing what, eight shows a week?
8
you
shows
said?
a week,
So
yeah.
how do you look after yourself? How do you take care of Vanessa? If you are, working super hard, 8 shows a week, taking care of everyone in the cast and the crew and being mother,
Yeah.
how does Vanessa take time for herself?
Try to chill as much as I can. Try not to talk when when I don't have to, take care of your instrument. Stay healthy, which is hard because when one person gets sick, everybody goes down.
Yeah.
Which you're handling props and dancing together and holding rails and all that stuff. So, but we've got a great, our company is fantastic and they really do take great care of us. So I've done IV drips, I've done every kind of vitamin there is, I feel very well taken care of.
We were speaking off mic before we started chatting properly. You've been to the UK across the span of your life many, many times.
Yeah.
What 3 things would you recommend people that haven't been to the UK that they should do when they come?
I always like to see any city by water. So,
Okay.
A trip on the Thames on a great sunny day. I like, because being from New York, I mean, it's cheesy, but like the Circle Line is our kind of, it's not a ferry, but it's a boat that you can go and you go around Manhattan so you can see the Statue of Liberty and all the sights. So that's a great perspective to see a city. So I would say do a tour on the Thames. Your museums here are incredible. So just pick one. Is it the British Museum? Just pick one, which is incredible. And then again, the food.
Where's your food
So
spot? Where's
many
your go-to?
It's
It's so interesting hearing people speak about food in the UK.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we give it as much credit as everybody else does. So if we get people from other countries or from other places, they're like, yeah, the food here is really good. And we're like,
Tell me about it.
Where do you go? What do you enjoy about the food?
I would say the Indian food is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I know Dishoon, everyone goes there,
Yeah.
but you're going to get amazing. Viraswamy is like old-fashioned, but you get that elegant kind of vibe off the high street. And so I would say definitely try Indian here for sure.
And what are 3 reasons why someone should book their next ticket to your show?
If you like fashion, we bring in fashion. If you like beautiful, we've got the best looking cast on the West End. The girls they start at like 5'10", leggy, gorgeous. The guys are all handsome. But it's an event. So the music is, I don't know, they must have brought some subwoofers in there because you feel that first, measure and you're getting bass and you're getting a red screen and you're like, what am I about to experience? So, so I would say the fashion, the sound and music, Elton John. I mean, he's a master. And then, and a good time. It's turned into like girls' trips. I've had a lot of women that have come from the States, particularly, but girls' trips, like we're going to go see it together. And they have their cocktails. We have a little, like a fashion booth that they can go in. The swag is amazing. Lots of cerulean tote bags and, florals for spring, hats and all kinds of stuff. But it's turned into like a girls' bonding trip. So a lot of mother-daughters that come see it together. So I'd say a mother-daughter experience, the fashion, and of course the music.
Bonus point for the good-looking people as well.
Yeah. All right, Vanessa, you're in the studio with us. We do this with everyone that comes through. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock and ask you as many questions as you can answer as possible. Is that all right?
I love game shows. So I don't know.
Let's go. 60 seconds with Vanessa Williams in 3, 2, 1. What is the first thing you do after wrapping up a musical?
I take off my makeup and put on my music and order a pizza.
If someone wanted to spoil you, what could they do for you?
Buy me flowers, diamonds, cashmere.
Best acting performance that you've seen in a movie?
I would say Denzel Washington in Glory.
Yeah.
What does your ideal morning look like?
Cup of coffee, and probably FaceTiming with my grandson.
If we came to your house, what would you cook for us?
I would probably do my lasagna.
Nice.
Love a lasagna. Which desperate housewife is most like you in real life?
Probably Susan, who's Terry Hatcher. Yeah.
I love Susan. Who would play you in a movie of your life?
If I could get her, Zendaya.
Oh, good one. That's a good one.
Ooh,
That's a good one. We were playing this game earlier on with ourselves.
Yeah, but we're not as accomplished, so we were really struggling.
Which fashion trend have you taken part in that you regret?
Crop top? Yeah. It can go.
Advice you'd give to someone looking to start in the theatre?
Education. Learn from the best and do your homework. Who do you love and where did they go to school? Who did they study under? And that's where you should go.
Amen to that. Let's give it up one last time for Vanessa Williams, everybody!